you ever wondered what really separates a good movie from a truly unforgettable masterpiece? It's not always just about a great story or big-name actors. Today, we're gonna unlock the secrets of cinematic greatness by looking at the films that didn't just follow the rules, they literally wrote them.
So, what is that secret ingredient? Is it a plot that blows your mind, an Oscar-winning performance, a massive budget? I mean, sure, those things help, but the real answer, it's something way more fundamental. It all comes down to invention. And here's the key, right? A true masterpiece doesn't just play the game well, it invents a whole new game. These are the films that create a new visual language, a completely new way of telling stories that filmmakers then end up using for generations. So let's start with the trailblazers, the inventors. These are the directors who looked at a camera and didn't just see a tool for recording what's in front of them. They saw a machine for creating entirely new realities. Just look at these two titans of innovation. On one hand, you have Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, which completely took apart the traditional biography, telling a man's life story like a puzzle box you have to piece together. And then you've got Stanley Kubrick's 2001, which did the exact opposite. It told the epic story of all humanity with these breathtaking visuals and almost no words at all. I mean, Citizen Kane is just a masterclass in visual storytelling. Welles famously used this technique called deep focus, which keeps everything in the frame perfectly sharp. So what this meant was he could stage these incredibly complex scenes where important stuff was happening in the background and the foreground at the same time. You, the viewer, had to become a detective, constantly searching the frame for clues. And then, of course, there's Rosebud. Just one word that kicks off this massive investigation into a man's entire life. It's the ultimate cinematic mystery box, a symbol for those deep, hidden motivations that drive all of us. And in the end, it kind of reveals that some truths, well, they can never really be fully known. But look, technical innovation is only half the picture. While the inventors were busy creating a whole new visual language, another group of filmmakers, let's call them the humanists, were using that language to explore the deepest parts of the human heart. They perfected the art of character. What makes these films so timeless is how they tap into these universal human truths, They create characters so real, so deeply drawn, that they feel like people we actually know. And through their struggles, we end up learning something really important about ourselves.
And there is no better example of this than Michael Corleone in The Godfather. It's so much more than a gangster movie, it's a Shakespearean tragedy about the corruption of a man's soul. Coppola masterfully shows Michael's transformation, from this principled outsider to a cold, ruthless patriarch. That journey basically became the template for every complex character arc that followed. But human drama doesn't always have to be on such an epic scale. Take a look at these two films. Bicycle Thieves uses this gritty, almost documentary-style realism and non-professional actors to capture the raw panic of poverty. But then you have Tokyo Story, which uses this gentle, quiet, observant style to reveal the subtle tragedy of a family just drifting apart. Two totally different methods, but both achieve this profound and honestly devastating emotional impact. Okay, so we've got the inventors and the humanists. Now let's talk about the architects. These are the filmmakers who either built entire worlds from scratch or just gleefully smashed the old ones to pieces to see what they could build from the rubble. You can literally see the evolution of the epic right here on this timeline. First, Kurosawa's Seven Samurai basically gives us the blueprint for every modern action team-up movie. Then, David Lean's Lawrence of Arabia comes along and just defines the epic in terms of breathtaking, massive scale. And then, Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction completely flips the script, proving an epic could be about fractured timelines and cool conversation, not just giant desert landscapes. Yeah, Pulp Fiction is like the ultimate postmodern mixtape. Tarantino chops up his story, shuffles all the pieces around, and then just fills it with this whip-smart dialogue that's obsessed with burgers and foot massages and TV pilots. He's not just telling you a crime story, he's winking at you the whole time, reminding you that, hey, you're watching a movie. It was this jolt of pure energy that redefined independent film for an entire decade. So, we've looked at the inventors, the humanists, and the architects. We've seen these incredible innovators, poets, and rebels. So what's the thread? What's the one thing that ties all of these masterpieces together? Well, the best way to think about it is that they're all essential building blocks. The inventors, they gave us new eyes to see with. The humanists gave us new hearts to feel with. And the architects, They gave us new worlds to explore, and maybe most importantly, a license to go out and break the rules. But here's where the real magic happens. None of these films exist in a vacuum. They are all in a constant conversation with each other. The complex characters in The Godfather owe a huge debt to Citizen Kane, and Pulp Fiction's cool, deconstructed vibe is a direct response to those classic gangster epics that came before it. Cinema isn't a museum full of old relics. It's a living, breathing, evolving thing. And that really brings us to the future. Every single masterpiece we've talked about broke the mold for its time. So, as our world keeps changing, you really have to wonder, what filmmaker out there right now is inventing the next new language of cinema? And what on earth will their masterpiece even look like?